Dear Jamaicans, wanna send for the Labourite them this. Send for them, send them come right here. So Labourites, come, step forward, come. You see, when me do send phone, is here all the time. When I ever come in like pestilence by my post. No, come. Me send phone this time. Come right here, so. I think when I say Andrew Holness win the court case. I thought you all said Andrew Holness won the court case. So if you win the court case, how do you appeal a court case that you won? Or is observer lying as well? I need somebody to answer me this. If you win a court case, how do you appeal it? Why do you win? Why do you appeal something that you won? Because you're not all over the place like an auntie that try to convince people so you win, And Gleaner have it gain so because Gleaner is false reporting because I make Cliff Hughes fool and take for idiot. Is observer working against Andrew Holness too and the JLP? Because the Prime Minister's legal team has indicated it will appeal the ruling in the Supreme Court handed down on July 31st that blocks the disclosure of certain files in an ongoing legal battle with the Integrity Commission. So if he won the case, why is he appealing it? Because on the same win and Integrity Commission lose. You see, when me telling you, say on a dunce, no blur need to know, on a dunce to one next level, people can take on one. Listen to me. Once you become educated, you can no longer support the GLP. It is as clear as day. I can't understand how you run up and down on social media all day, all night, make people turn in a flipping idiot. I hope you realize now, say, the man lose the case. Because on a claim say the man win the case, or it's just an affidavit, or something. The man is appealing the case, but I can tell you one thing. Man artist to Bruce Golden as the Integrity Commissionist to Andrew Holness. Wanna pick the nonsense out of that. I thank you. You are dismissed.
So the Labourite them celebration cut short. Because unfortunately, them can't read. So whatsoever come out in the news, in the media yesterday, them never really certain what is it. So them just run with it and say the court ordered the Integrity Commission to certify Andrew Holness statutory declaration. Now people, Andrew Holness shame them now because Andrew Holness are planning to appeal. Yes, Andrew Holness going to the court of appeal. So Labourite, if Andrew Holness did win the court case yesterday and the judge ordered the Integrity Commission to certify his statutory declaration, why would he appeal, Labourite? Why would Andrew Holness appeal? Oh no, say Andrew Holness take on for idiot. He make it look like say him win. The Labourite they make it look like say Andrew Holness win and them a celebrate Pantapaito, This is just to show you how dunce and illiterate these people really are. Because everything come out. Well, as a matter of fact, Cliff Hughes never did put it out. Say, the judge turned down Andrew Holness. Them never did put it out. The observer never did put it out neither. So people, I just try to show you, see them try to cover it up. Because they want people believe, say, the judge ordered the Integrity Commission to certify Andrew Holness statutory declaration. You understand me? I say? So them try to trick the people of Jamaica into voting for them. Andrew Holness, your statutory declaration cannot be certified. It no matter what you do, Andrew Holness, the amount of dirt with the Integrity Commission have upon you. Andrew Holness, tell the people themselves from 98, you have been watched. Andrew Holness, tell the people themselves in 2017, when them ask you for proof of where you get the funds from for build your house, until today you still can't get the proof. And the Integrity Commission have lenient on you just to make you come up with the proof. Andrew Holness, but you still cannot come up with the proof. You are ungrateful because the Integrity Commission go beyond everything and certify some of your statutory declaration without you giving the proof of where you get the income, where you get the cash from, where you get the funding from. Fi build up your $800 million wall and your bigger mansion. But yet still, Integrity Commission certify your statutory declaration. And grateful. So people, at this moment, Andrew Holness are taking the Integrity Commission to the Court of Appeal. So he might go appeal the case. He not tired of lose. He not tired of shame. So if them never pass it down there, so them don't pass it up there, so Andrew Holness go sit down. You lose. Stand your loses. Give up now, man. You know, say no matter what you do, you can't win. You just have the little ticky Labourite them like an idiot round the place. And them don't even see because them blind to every single thing we are going. So you have a little ticky Labourite them like them a stooge around the place. So yes man and so yes girl. You have them like an idiot all about over Jamaica. Them a run with it say. Your statutory declaration finally certified. But you're taking the Integrity Commission to the Court of Appeal. Boy, you're such a disgrace to this country. You is such a disgrace to this country. The Prime Minister, the state has so himself. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. I hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful evening. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end. And remember, like up the video, share up the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Alright? Make her run the intro and come back. We soon forward. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video. Remember to like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Remember, watch the video till the end. Now people, the Labourite them and even Cliff Hughes have a meltdown. They are in shock. Them surprised. Them can't believe what's really going on with their Prime Minister. People, I tell you, say God not sleep, you know. And there is a God up above. And him a watch over us. And nothing that Andrew Holness did to the Jamaican people will go unnoticed in the eyes of God. Now, Andrew Holness think him couldn't trick us, the Jamaican people. Him and him PR stunt when they make it look like, say, the Integrity Commission lose the court case and Andrew Holness win. And Andrew Holness statutory declaration are going to be certified. But people, it no work out in a for them favor. So they are having meltdown. People, me I go make gonna check out this video from the ripe mango. We are give them headache. They not like ripe mango, you know. They eat ripe mango like poison. But we no business. We no business because we are comrade. We are Jamaica. And we stand for justice. We stand for truth and righteousness. And we will never stand for corruption. So people, check out ripe mango.
Dear Jamaicans, me can catch my breath come me and eat. Me say every single Labourite on social media face puff up like bullfrog this morning. Everywhere you turn, you see them face puff up. Favor bullfrog to all them upset. The Affidavit by Craig Beresford have them in a tailspin. And it's like suddenly them realize that there is no coming out of this because Jamaican people have them eyes wide open. I mean, up to yesterday, them all over the place about third term loading. All of a sudden today, no, them vex. Beer cuss, them a cuss. Them gone back to them old ways of cussing, like them think say cussing me, the messenger. I got change the facts that them Prime Minister is the most corrupt individual Jamaica has seen since independence. The only people who probably more corrupt than Andrew Holness in Jamaica's history is the slave owner them way carry people them from Africa. Me not think Jamaica say anybody else as corrupt. All right, Andrew Holness, top everybody. But me hear Cliff Hughes analyzing the politics. And me just have to shake my head. The man sound utterly frustrated. Him sound like him just want to give up. Like him just want to give up on this life. Him just sound so demotivated. Like him already concede. The man said that he has to give commendations to the PNP Gensec, Dayton Campbell, for mobilizing the PNP and getting the PNP base up and energized. Yes, we are, of course, we are energized, the base. I consider myself a part of the base, and of course, we're energized. But I don't really have a problem with him saying that, Is what him said next. I have to be wondering if him really writing. Because the man say, basically the only way Andrew Holness and the JLP can win is if the undecided voters who have sense get up and look at the issues and vote for the JLP. That's the only way. Because if those people don't come out to vote the JLP, there is no clear path to victory for the JLP. That's what Cliff Hughes said. I am paraphrasing. Those weren't his exact words, but I am paraphrasing what he said. Now, may have several concerns. Which Jamaican, well-thinking Jamaican in their right mind, would re-elect a prime minister who has lost 9 court cases, most of which have to do with either constitutional breaches or corruption? 3/4 of the cases are constitutional issues where the government is trying to breach the human rights and or constitution of ordinary Jamaicans. And the rest of the cases have to do with something to do with corruption. So which well-thinking Jamaican would actually support that kind of a prime minister? Which well-thinking Jamaican can look at the fact that this man is trying to suppress the Integrity Commission set up by him and his government to hold politicians accountable in the public interest? You forgot, and I have a question for Cliff Hughes, because I know long time that he has no morals, he has no decency. The things that he has done to comrades, the things he did to me, basically, if I were in a better position, I would have sued him, but you know what? We'll leave it to God and time. Because God and time will expose exactly what type of demon you are. The fact that you have no moral compass and you believe that Jamaica shouldn't have a moral compass either. We shouldn't be concerned with the abject corruption of Andrew Holness. And this is not me saying it. This is in Craig Beresford's affidavit that Andrew Holness himself tried to have suppressed. And the judge, Justice Althea Barrett, has allowed. So know that it is out there. All of us can see exactly the issues that the Integrity Commission has with Andrew Holness from day one. And all you have done is sing for your supper because you're an individualist and you mean Jamaica no good. Cliff Hughes, you mean Jamaica absolutely no good. You're only concerned with your pop-down station, which is a breeding ground for Labourites to get positions because you like to be a kingmaker. Right? You don't want to pay no taxes. So therefore, as long as Andrew Holness is the prime minister, you don't have to pay no taxes. That's what it boils down to. You are basically no better than Andrew Holness. And so you are content with a criminal organization leading the country because you have no morals. But I digress. Let's get back into the meat of the matter. In 2011, PNP won by a landslide. Not because of anything the PNP did per se, but because of what the JLP did under the administration of Bruce Golding. Manat Phelps Phillips, remember that? That wasn't the PNP's doing. Jamaican people saw what a corrupt government they were dealing with and made up their mind that in the interest of the country, it's best to get rid of Bruce Golding and the JLP. Why do you think that in 2025, Jamaican people aren't going to see corruption for what it is? Why? Because all of a sudden you don't want to claim it as corruption. You're trying to put the IC in a bad light. How does that work? How does putting the Integrity Commission in a bad light work when the JLP 3 days ago was on the road with its book of achievements? And right there, number 9, was it number 9? I think so. It was basically stating that they are responsible for the formation, the setup, and the financing of the Integrity Commission. So basically, are you trying to discredit the organization set up by the GLP in the first place under Andrew Holness's administration? Make that make sense. You are being ridiculous and you don't make sense. And the Jamaican people will see you for who you are and what you are a paid political hack that means the country no good. And that is why you're losing viewerships. You believe me, you have to just hope and pray say this government win back. I'm sorry for you because they're not going to win. They're not going to win. And you know it. That's why you sound so defeated. You know more than anybody else that time come. That's why you are frustrated. But big up Dayton Campbell, Dr. Dayton Campbell, the GenSec of the PNP, for mobilizing the base. But we're here to mobilize well-thinking people of Jamaicans and not just the base. Because what you fail to realize and understand is that most Jamaicans are well-thinking individuals and we will not look past corruption. And thank you.
We are well-thinking Jamaican and we will not look past corruption. We will not indulge in corruption and we will not support no leader or no members or no organization that is involved in corruption. Because corruption rob you. Corruption take away from your children, your grandchildren and your great-great-grandchildren education. It take away from health care. It make you can't have a proper health care system. It take away from the youths. It take away from your business. It take away from every single corner that you can think about. Go and look up about corruption. Why you think the country can't move forward? The country stuck in a one gear. Why you think the only thing will happen in Jamaica is what Portia Simpson Miller did approve to make happen in this country? People, don't be fooled by the Labourite them. Don't be fooled by these people. Me tell you now. All when I want a little bit of breath left back in my body, I am going to fight for this country. So people, this morning I played some of the video from the Affidavit thing what happened in the court. So I am going to play some more so you guys can continue watching. You guys can continue watching and get a better understanding of what the Integrity Commission are hand to Andrew Holness for our people. It is very important for you to watch until the end. Alright? So make we check it out.
Alright. Hi again everybody. Welcome to part 4 of the Craig Beresford Affidavit. And I'm going to start reading again from the report in the relations to the statutory declaration of the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, which is Appendix 2. Alright, so let's just start from there. I had started it already, but maybe recap because this is very important. Background. Mr. Holness entered representational politics in 1998 and commenced filing statutory declarations in accordance with the Parliament Integrity of Members Act. Over the years, upon examination of his statutory declarations, net worth statements were prepared. The changes in Mr. Holness's net worth over the years were closely monitored, and these statements were presented to the then Integrity Commission for review. Based on the information the Commission received at the time, all the net worth statements reviewed up to the year 2011 were cleared by the Commission. Consequently, an inordinate increase in wealth was identified, and as a result, a special investigation was ordered. So that was 2011 when he became the leader of the GLP. This commenced and was conducted by an external investigator. Based on what the investigations gleaned, when encompassed declaration years 2005 to 2016. A detailed report seeking his comments response was sent to Mr. Holness in October 2017. Up to February 21, 2018, the Commission was not satisfied with the response they had received. Hence, the matter was brought to the attention of the new Integrity Commission, where it was referred to the Director of Investigation. So you see how long they've been investigating him? And not just now. With respect to the 2017 annual report of the former Integrity Commission, mention was made that Mr. Holness's declaration was not cleared. This was due to the fact that not all the bills supporting payables of approximately 20.3 million, which are in respect of the construction of his house at Lot 202 Shenstone Drive, were presented. To date, the remaining bills to support the total amounts has still not been submitted. In Mr. Holness's 2018 statutory declaration, he mentioned that he is still reconciling this amount. On May 21, 2019, a letter was sent to Mr. Holness advising him of the outstanding matter and asking that he respond by June 25, 2019. Terms of reference. The former Integrity Commission initiated an examination of the statutory declaration of the Prime Minister on receipt of certain information in respect of his filing of the statutory declarations. This examination resulted in the former chairman of the Integrity Commission issuing a letter dated October 5, 2017, seeking clarification in respect of several items as reflected on his net worth schedule covering the period June 30th, 1998 to December 31, 2016. You see the period, okay. It is noted from the correspondence that a response was required by December 15, 2017. See Appendix 1, letter dated October 5, 2017. A response to the queries was ultimately received April 16, 2019 in the form of a financial journal, June 1998 to 2018, and noted as comprising 36 pages. That is 1. 2, Sunshine Mobile Company Limited company profile, and noted as comprising 8 pages with an attachment. That's Appendix 3. The Leader, so these are all the businesses associated with him. The Leader Taxi Service Limited company profile, and noted as comprising 3 pages with attachments, Appendix 4. Overview of Omega Bridge Finance Limited, and noted as comprising 7 pages with attachments, Appendix 5. Documents labels Appendices 1 to 22. Findings. Further to the Integrity Commission's letter dated October 5, 2017, and subsequent reminders, Mr. Holness provided responses to the Commission's queries in a 36-page financial journal, including attachments detailing business activities, investments, and liabilities. His explanations disclose multiple businesses and accompanying investments, assets, and income which were not previously declared. The financial journal dates back to 1998 when Mr. Holness was first elected as Member of Parliament, and covers the period to 2018. So that's a 20-year period. The documents as presented were accepted as being additional records and explanations supplied by the Prime Minister, and form the basis upon which we shall form our conclusions. It is important to highlight the business activities, associated transactions, and other undeclared investments before stating the responses to the Commission's inquiries as they form the basis of its explanation. Undeclared businesses, assets, investments, incomes, and liabilities. The following disclosures were made in the Financial Journal to the Commission relating to business activities, investments, incomes, and personal loans not previously declared. Premium Group Limited. Prior to 1998 election, Mr. Holness was employed as a listen to this now, this is very important. Premium Group Limited. Prior to 1998 election, Mr. Holness was employed as a special assistant to Mr. Edward Siaga and managed his business, Premium Group Limited, a position he held until September 2000. Of note, income from this employer was not declared for December 2000. 2. Sunshine Mobile Company. Mr. Holness noted that he was involved in the taxi business and before his entry into representational politics owned 3 motor cars which he contracted to Sunshine Mobile Limited. After Mr. Holness registered the Leader taxi service, he had as many as 8 cars operating in Sunshine Mobile Company. In November 2000, Mr. Holness indicated that he agreed to purchase Sunshine Mobile Company from the then owner, Bob Buchanan, on the following terms. On a listening, the purchase price of the business would be $1.4 million payable in weekly installments of $15,000 until complete. On a listen. Mr. Buchanan's debt to Mr. Holness's loan company, Omega Bridge Finance, would be written off. Mr. Holness would take control of the business and become managing director, a role he assumed by January 2001, and all shares would be transferred to Mr. Holness on the payment of the last weekly installment of the company. Mr. Holness said he managed this company until 2005 when it was wound up and the assets sold. He said the company was not officially transferred to him as the owner died before the deal was finalized. So Bob Buchanan died. Mr. Holness noted that the business was mainly cash-based and estimates average yearly revenue of $10.2 million, operating expenses of $6.48 million, and operating income of $3.79 million. He also recalls that he recovered approximately $3.5 million from the sale of Sunshine Motors assets, and that the company was eventually struck from the Registrar of Companies on January 20th, 2018. The business activity, the assets therefrom, and the income derived were never previously declared from 1998 up to the date it was said to have been wound up and the assets sold. The Leader Taxi Service Limited. Mr. Holness explained that this business was registered in June 1999 with his wife, Juliet Holness, as the main shareholder, and 2 members of his constituency executive as shareholders and directors. He indicated that he was neither a registered director or a shareholder, as he was advised against this level of exposure. This business continued operating until 2005 when the operations were wound up and assets sold. Of note, this business was interlinked with Sunshine Mobile, to whom the Leader's motor vehicles were contracted. Between 1999 and 2005, the Leader owned 7 to 14 motor cars and 2 minibuses. The business reported total average revenue of $23.27 million and a total average net earnings of $12 million. Mr. Holness noted that by the end of 2005, he recovered over $4.5 million from the sale of the Leader Motors. This company was removed from the Registrar of Companies on the 28th of January 2011. His connection with this company and the income was previously unknown and is now being brought in as proof of having an additional income. All right, so that is part 4. We're going to part 5 now. All right, okay. All right, gentle people, let's get down into part 5. And of course, we're discussing all the companies that Andrew Holness came up with in his financial journal from between 1998 and 2017. So we were talking about the Leader Taxi Service. That's where we reached. So all declarations for 1998 to 2005 bear no evidence of accounting for this business and its income. So it never did report it originally. All right. So the next company now is Omega Bridge Finance Limited. Based on the financial journal, this business commenced operation from 1998, but was not formally registered until August 4th, 1999. You see how much business Andrew Holness opened when he became MP? Remember, say all of them business here, him open as soon as him become MP in 1998. Before that, he was a special assistant to Edward Seaga in what the company did name? Premium Group, right? So before that, Andrew never nobody till Siaga boss him and give him a seat, and all of a sudden him start open 20 trillion company. All right, so Omega Bridge Finance Limited. Based on the Financial Journal, this business commenced operation from 1998 but was not formally registered until August 4th, 1999. He explained that this business was initially funded by his parliamentary salary, reinvested monthly repayments, proceeds from the sale of assets, and receipts from the Lido Taxi Company, and eventually Sunshine Mobile. This business offered personal and salary deduction loans, bridge financing for small business, micro enterprise financing, and small business venture capital financing. A profit and loss statement for the first 6 months of full operation was submitted along with a balance sheet of the second year of operation. The figures featured in Mr. Holness's explanation in his journal differs from those noted on the balance sheet. Me could get down in it. Omega Bridge also leased office space between 2000 and 2004 and held certificate of deposits with Issa Trust totaling $1.9 million between 2000 and 2001. Mr. Holness referenced excerpts from Omega Bridge finance transaction reports, which indicate that between December 1999 and November 2001, loans totaling $12.7 million were issued. He noted that by the time the business was wound up between 2005 and 2006, approximately $12 million, or about 70% of the loan portfolio, was recovered. These amounts, according to Mr. Holness, were placed in passive investments in stocks, CDs, repos, and alternative investment schemes. You want to listen, listen, because we are getting at the nitty-gritty now. Mr. Holness indicated that he removed himself as director of this company when he became a government minister in 2007, and his wife Juliet was added as director. The business has been dormant since 2005 and remains on the register of companies to date. Investments and income from the business activity were not declared for the years 1998 to 2005. So this is a ghost company. It is to be noted that in the explanations provided by Mr. Holness concerning the businesses highlighted above, namely 2 to 4, he stated that these activities were entered primarily to support his constituency activities and were not declared as they were not considered a part of his asset base. We have no choice but to reject that opinion, as reliance is being sought on the income earned and assets at the disposal of the entities of war. These assets have either been sold or made further investments in an effort to substantiate assets now in his possession. Investment in cash plus. Come now. It start get sweeter now. Investment in cash plus. Mr. Holness indicated that he commenced placing deposits in alternative investments in cash plus in early 2005. Remember, at this time he was a member of parliament. He could not recall the amount of the original investment, but he invested $2 million in May 2006, which was encashed from a First Global Bank certificate of deposit. At June 30th, 2006, the balance on the Cash Plus account was $4.6 million, which Mr. Holness said meant that approximately $2.2 million was in the account prior to the $2 million deposit. According to Mr. Holness, the initial and subsequent deposits were derived from funds recovered from the proceeds of assets sold in his dissolved businesses, of which we have already noted. He stated was to support constituency activities, which was rejected. So at first him tell them, say, him use the money to support constituency activities. Now he's saying that he invested the money in Cash Plus. What a tangled web we are weaving here. He noted that he made his first investment in Cash Plus in 2005 and continued holding his account until 2007. The investment has never been disclosed. The investment has never been previously disclosed. It affects declarations for the years 2005 and 2006 and was encashed in 2007. On the listening on. First Global Bank Money Market. According to Mr. Holness, he opened his account in January 2005 with an initial sum of $400,000 and was never previously declared. So he never tell them about the seed, so he never tell them about the cash plus, he never tell them about First Global Bank, he never tell them about the taxi company them, he never tell them about all of them something they were in the tie up in Omega, all of them something there. All right. First Global Financial Services Certificate of Deposit. In the financial journal submitted by Mr. Holness, he disclosed that he also invested $3 million in a certificate of deposit at 12.5 interest, which he subsequently allowed to roll over. Mr. Holness explained that these funds were proceeds recovered from the sale of assets in his dissolved business, of which we have already noted he stated was to support constituency activities, which was rejected. So you see, him claims the money. You see, he's investing the money that him claim was to support constituency activities. In 2006, $2 million was withdrawn from this account and placed in cash plus as noted above. All right. This investment was not previously declared and it affects declaration for years 2005 to 2006. Personal loans and advances. Mr. Holness disclosed that he made personal loans and advances to family members and friends between 2006 and 2010, which he did not include in his personal assets. These include loans and advances made to his relative Everard Curtis Stewart between June and December 2006, totaling $2 million. This was made towards the expansion of Mr. Stewart's spice manufacturing and distribution business. Okay. Payments were made in cash, checks, and direct payments to suppliers from Mr. Holness's parliamentary income and funds recouped from Omega. I see. These amounts were partially repaid, $1.9 million between 2007 and 2009. Loans and advances of $1.38 million and US 92,000, which is 7.3 million Jamaican, totaling 8.6 million to Mrs. Holness and her sister in 2008 in relation to the Birdsucker real estate development. I see. These amounts were repaid in 2009 when the project was completed. The specific source of funding for these loans were not identified by Mr. Holness, but the recovered amounts were accounted for in increased investment in 2009. A personal loan was made to Paul East in 2010 of US 13,500, which is 1 million Jamaica, from GMMB Investments and 1.3 million from Stocks and Security, totaling 2.3 million. Mr. Holness said these amounts were repaid in 2011. Nothing was declared in relation to the personal loans and advances in the declarations for years 2006 to 2011. You see how much things him hide? The source of funding for these loans remains unclear and possibly may be attributed to funds stated as constituency support previously rejected by me. This is the constituency support. Olent Investments. It is noted on the Commission's file that a query was raised previously and statements were seen for 2005 and 2006 in relation to investments made to Olent. All right, so we are going to stop part 5 right there, so, and come back with part 6. Listen, we don't even reach a quarter into this thing yet. Okay, everybody, we're now continuing with looking at the Integrity Commission's affidavit. That is Craig Beresford's affidavit. And of course, Craig Beresford is the Director of Investigation in the Integrity Commission. And Andrew Holness, basically, he's the defendant in the lawsuit filed by Andrew Holness, the first defendant. All right. So we're continuing. Summary of Mr. Holness's response to the Integrity Commission's letter dated October 5, 2017. The following responses were provided by Mr. Holness in response to queries raised in the above mentioned letter, and as stated before, we accept them. Explanation. So query 1, it's in a table form. Source of funds invested in Olent Investments in particular deposits totaling US $316,000 and US $113,573 in 2006 and 2007. And this is his explanation. Mr. Holness explained that he commenced investments in Olent in mid-2005, totaling US $36,109, as well as which is Jamaican $2.3 million, derived from the proceeds of loan collections from Omega Bridge Financing, the sale of assets from Sunshine Mobile Company Limited, and interest withdrawn from Cash Plus Limited. All right. Appendix 6.11 attached to Mr. Holness's financial journal indicated that the balance on this account was US $108,352 at April 30th, 2006. He further explained that in October 2006, his account type changed to an account yielding higher returns to ameliorate discrepancies on the first account he held. Mr. Holness indicated that the $306,033 noted as opening balance in his account was therefore not a new investment. At August 2007, the balance in this account was US $1.2 million. Explanation for additional deposits are noted below. Neat. So his deposits were initially US $15,600 and US $20,400, which ended up being US $36,109. The next. All right. So Mr. Holness explained that US $80,000 was deposited in June 2006 from the first encashment of a portion of US $90,000 First Global Bank repurchase agreement, which originated from the proceeds of the sale of assets in Sunshine Mobile Company Limited, the Leader Taxi Service, and a collection of loans proceeds issued through Omega Bridge Financing Limited. The financial journal. So that is a deposit of $80,000, US $80,000. The financial journal indicated that US $9,995 deposited in November 2006 was derived from interest withdrawn from amounts invested in Cash Plus. So that was $9,995. Mr. Holness also noted that this deposit of US $19,995 was invested in Olent in February 2007 from interest withdrawn from his Cash Plus. So that is $19,995. All right. Mr. Holness's financial journal indicated that US $93,578 was the last deposit he made to Olent account in April 2007. This amount was derived from approximately $1.3 million from an annual fundraising dinner for his constituency and approximately $5.1 million from the encashment of his Cash Plus investment. So that is US $93,578. Mr. Holness explained that US $33,000 was withdrawn from the Olent account in June 2007 and added to the $20,000 US, which was reserved from an annual fundraising dinner for his constituency and was used to purchase a motor vehicle for the 2007 election. So he spent US $33,000, right? And that was a withdrawal. All right, so them have it in table form here. Mr. Holness's financial journal indicated that US $117,483 was withdrawn in August 2007 and deposited in his BNS US dollars account. So that is US $117,483. According to Mr. Holness, the US $150,000 withdrawn from the Olent account was deposited. So remember now, him withdraw all of him money them in the alternative investment scheme them before them collapse. Olent and Cash Plus gone with everybody money except for Andrew Holness' own. All right. Sounds like SSL? Maybe it is like SSL. According to Mr. Holness, the US $150 withdrawn from the Olent account was deposited in December 2007 to Bank of America US dollar savings account. And that is $150,000. I've been saying that this is a transnational laundering operation where we need to call in international help for. You see, it gone to Bank of America now. Mr. Holness explained that US $350,000 was withdrawn in March 2008 and used with previous withdrawals to acquire new properties, right? So that's US $350,000. The next query, Panadian Limited. Panadian. So we don't even know about this, but there is a Panadian Limited. Amount invested in acquisitions and sources of funding, 2003. LUHRS 360 SX Express Sport Fishing Vessel. Oh, in buy a boat. So in buy a fishing boat. That is A. Documentary evidence supporting the transfer of shares, other shareholders. That is B. Explanation. Mr. Holness explained that in his financial journal that the company Panadian Limited was registered to facilitate the acquisition of the boat. Also, he registered a company to buy the boat. Or him don't buy assets in his name. I see. When the opportunity arose in 2008 to acquire the boat, he agreed to the sale price of US $220,000 and was to be borne equally by three shareholders, Andrew Holness, Ian Moore, and Paul East of the company. He noted that the purchase was to be financed by internal transfer among Olint account holders. Mr. Moore indicated that the purchase and transferred the Mr. Moore initiated the purchase and transferred the amount to the vendor. Mr. Holness said he paid US $40,000 from his Olint account to Mr. Moore. No additional amount was paid over as Olint collapsed shortly after. Mr. Holness said he transferred his shareholding and resigned as a director as per his letter dated September 30th, 2014 to the remaining shareholders, directors. All right. That one don't have no. All right. Query 3, ADMAT Incorporated Properties Source of Funding. All right. Apartment 11, 4 Arcadia Drive. Prior purchase, $16,000. This property was acquired on September 15, 2008 for $16 million, not 16,000, $16 million. As per certification of title. Mr. Holness explained that this and other properties acquired under the ADMAT name during that period were acquired using funds withdrawn from Olint, including US $350,000, other amounts and cash from Olint investments in late 2007, discretionary income and income from property rental. Of note, he disclosed in the footnote 25 on page 20 of his financial journal that he did not declare rental income from this apartment between February 2008 and to 2012. So every minute something else turn up in Andrew Holness' account. Lot 56, Wycliffe Close, Beverly Hills, 15.275 million. This property was acquired on February 3rd, 2009 for $15,275, $15,275 as per certificate of title. Mr. Holness explained that this and other properties acquired under the ADMAT name and during the period were acquired using funds withdrawn from Olint, including US $350,000 and other amounts encashed in late 2007, discretionary income and income from property rental. So that is part 6. We're going into part 7. Because we are going to do this, we are going to do this.
So, my viewers and my subscribers, stay tuned because we have another segment. So, we are going to go over to part 3 inside of this video. Because we have part 7, part 8, and part 9 live. So, that will be in my next upload, people. So, you definitely need to subscribe so you can get the latest update. Remember to like and share. Alright? Bless out.